Welcome to SVR IAS Academy. ComeOnIndia.com is our website. In this current affairs online video lecture, we will briefly explain you who are denotified tribes, nomadic tribes, semi-nomadic tribes, and the commission established for the welfare of these tribes, that is National Commission for Denotified Nomadic and Semi-Nomadic Tribes. So let's discuss in detail one by one. First, who are denotified tribes? Denotified tribes are the tribes that were originally listed under Criminal Tribes Act 1871. So, denotified tribes are the tribes that were originally listed under Criminal Tribes Act 1871. You might have studied about Revolt of 1857. After Revolt of 1857, crimes were increasing in some places, and because of the British officers' misunderstanding about India's caste system, especially the tribal caste system, some officers thought certain tribal communities in India were professionally criminal. So, their occupation and religion was to commit crimes. To control such tribals, British brought Criminal Tribes Act 1871. Criminal Tribes Act 1871. The act was extremely oppressive act. The act notified certain communities as criminal tribes. Once a tribe became notified as criminal, they are forced to follow certain rules. Every member of the notified community was forced to register himself at the local police station. If they failed to register with the local magistrate or police, they would be charged with a crime under Indian Penal Code. Movement of the notified tribes were curtailed. It means they could not shift their residence at will. They had to take proper permission before any travel. Like this, so many restrictions were imposed on the notified tribes. So the Criminal Tribes Act 1871 was extremely oppressive act. After independence, Criminal Tribes Act 1871 was abolished and a new act, that is Habitual Offenders Act, Habitual Offenders Act 1952 was brought into picture. The major difference between these two, the new act and the old act, was that the Habitual Offenders Act 1952 targeted individuals and not communities. Criminal Tribes Act 1871 targeted certain communities as criminal in nature, so they notify certain communities as a notified communities. But Habitual Offenders Act focused on the individuals and not on the communities. But problem with the implementation, the act differentiated individual and community focus, but in the reality, the procedure is same. The same procedure was followed. At the end, Habitual Offenders Act 1952 was repealed and communities are denotified. It means the notified communities under Criminal Tribes Act 1871 were denotified. That's why these tribes are called as denotified tribes. There are 1500 nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes and around 150 denotified tribes are there. They make about 11 crore of India's population. So they make 11 crore of Indian population. Our Constitution of India identifies only scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and backward classes. It does not have any special provision for denotified tribes. So in the course of time, some of the denotified and nomadic tribes got scheduled caste status, some others got the status of scheduled tribes, but most of the denotified and nomadic tribes are neither scheduled caste nor scheduled tribes. So in this background, in 2005, Government of India established National Commission for Denotified, Nomadic and Semi-Nomadic Tribes. The Commission studies various developmental aspects of these tribes and given suitable recommendations from time to time. The National Commission recommended to extend the Prevention of Atrocities Act, that is, Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989 to be made applicable to these tribes as well. National Commission for Denotified, Nomadic and Semi-Nomadic Tribes functions under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So the Commission functions under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The National Commission also recommended to extend the reservations that are available to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes to the denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. National Commission asked the Government of India to conduct survey regarding the number of people across the country belong to the denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. So in this background, the topic is important for both prelims and mains examination. Why the topic came in the news recently? Recently, Union Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment released first ever draft list of denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. So the first ever draft list has been released by the minister. The list is prepared by the National Commission for these tribes. It is for the first time after independence, Government of India has reviewed the progress of the development of these communities. So in this background, prepare thoroughly on various subtopics like what are the problems being faced by denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes, what are suggestions to rectify the problems and so on. All the best.